Namaskar. Om. We are dealing with the Shankara Bhashya of Bhagavad Gita. Now we are discussing the Shankara Bhashya of the 25th verse of the second chapter. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyade tasmadevam viditvainam nanushochitum arhasi. So knowing this soul as incomprehensible, which is beyond the grasp of senses and mind. One who knows the soul like that, he should not grieve. Nanu shochitum arhasi. There is no need of grief about the soul. You should not grieve about the soul. Avyakta sarva karana vishayatvat na vejyade iti avyakta ayamatma. So Shankara is explaining why avyakta. The soul is avyakta because it cannot be grasped or comprehended by the senses. A book which is in front of our eyes can be comprehended and can be grasped by the eyes. And the soul is not like that. The senses cannot grasp or comprehend this soul. Hence, avyaktaha. Ata eva achindya ayam. And hence, it is achintya also, beyond the mind. Yathi indriya gocharam vastu tat chinda vishayatvam abadyade. So whatever is grasped by the senses will become an object for the thought of the mind. Because the soul is not comprehended by the senses, it will not become an object of a thought process by the mind. Ayam tu atma anindriya gocharatvat achindyaha. So, this soul, which is not comprehended or grasped by the senses, will become uncomprehendable for the mind also. Achindya. Ata eva avikarya ayam. And also avikarya means without any kind of transformations or modifications. The soul cannot be changed in any way. Its properties will not change. Avikaryaha. Yada kshiram dadyat anchadadina vikari na tatha ayam atma. The milk will be converted to curd when you add something to the milk. So it's a kind of transformation. And no such transformation is possible with the soul. Niravayavatvacha avikriyaha. The soul is not having any appendages or organs. Hence, there cannot be any actions or rituals. Avikriyaha. Nahi niravayavam kinchit vikriyatmakam drishtam. So a thing which is not having any organs or appendages, how can it do any kind of actions or rituals? For example, take the space. Can the space do any actions or any rituals? Because the space is not having any actions or any organs or appendages. So, no kind of actions or rituals are possible by the soul. Avikriyatvat avikarya ayamatma uchyade. So, because it is without any kind of actions, there is no transformations or no change. It is permanent. There is no kind of change, even in the minutest degree, for the soul. Tasmadevam yadokta prakarena yenam atmanam viditva. So one who knows this soul as having such and such properties, handaham, esha maya eta hanyate. So one who knows this soul like that will never think that I am the killer of them, or they will kill me, or I become an agent of their killing. Such kind of thoughts will not come to a man who knows the nature of the soul. Hence, na anushochitum arhasi. So you should not grieve about the soul, because you know the nature of the soul. Atmana anityatvam abhyupagamya idam uchyade. So, in order to establish the eternal nature, Krishna again says, Athachainam nityajadam nityam vam anyase mritam tathabhitvam mahabaho naivam shochitum arhasi. Athachainam nityajadam. Even if you think that this Atma, this soul is born along with the body, and this soul will die along with the body, even then there is no need to grieve. Atha cha iti abhyubhagamarthaha. So Krishna starts this 26th verse with Atha chainam. Means that if you consider like that, the Krishna has said his view that the Atma, the soul, is without any birth or death. It doesn't have any kind of change. So he established the nature of the soul. Now he is accepting for the time being the argument of the common man or the opponent, that they think that Atma is born and Atma will be dead. The soul is born and the soul may be dead. That's the concept of the ordinary man. So Krishna now says that, okay, I accept your thought process or your argument that this Atma is born and this soul will die. I accept your argument. Atha. That's why he says, starts the verse with Atha cha. That for the time being, I accept your argument. And I am now going to show the contradictory nature of your argument. Enam pragadam atmanam nityajadam loka prasiddha pratyaneka sharirotpattim jado jada idiva manyase. So you consider, because of your ignorance, you consider that this soul is born along with this body. So if that is your concept, okay, I accept that. Tadha praditatva tadvad vinasham nityam vamanyase mrdaha iti. So, and you think that when the body is destroyed, the soul is also destroyed. Okay, if that's your thought process, or if that is your belief, even then, even if you believe like that, api atmanitvam mahabaho na evam shochitum arhasi. That's the point. Even if you think that this soul is born and this soul is dying, even then there is no need to grieve. There's no point in grief. Janmavatah, why? Janmavatah nasho, nashavatah janma chaidi, etau avasyam. Because whatever is born will die. Whatever is dying shall be born. That's the nature of the world. You cannot change that. Just like the climate changes. After the summer, there will be the rainy season. There will be autumn, spring, winter, like that. Can you stop that? Or can you change that? Can you change the position of winter to some other position? Is it possible? So these things cannot be changed. Janma iti etau avasyam bhavinau iti asma. So these are things which cannot be changed. So why grieve about such things? Krishna is accepting the argument of the opponent that the soul is born and the soul is dying, and says that even if you think like that, there's no need of grief. And Krishna is coming out with the 27th verse. Jadasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mridasya ja tasmad aparihararthe natvam shochitum arhasi. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu. Whatever is born shall die, and whatever is dying shall be born. That is apariharyarthe, which has no solution or which cannot be changed. Cannot change that. You cannot. When a man is born, he will die. You cannot change that. So, natvam shochitum arhasi. So you should not grieve about something which cannot be changed. Jadasya hi labda janmano dhruva avyabhijari mrityu. So a man who is born is sure to die. The only surety for a born man is death. Dhruvam janma mridasya ja, and whatever is dying shall be born. Tasmat apariharyayam janma marana lakshanardaha. So this cycle of birth and death which cannot be changed, which has no solution. You have no solution for that. You cannot change that. Tasmin apariharya arthe. So you should not grieve about something which cannot be changed. So when it is a rainy season, you will get rain. You cannot change that. When it is summer, it will be hot. You cannot change that. So why grieve about things which you cannot change, which you have no solution? Tasmat apariharyarthe natvam shochitum arhasi. So you should not grieve about such things which you have no solution or which you cannot change.